Write 70 lines and you just look and give
Zero.
Okay, this lecturer taught you people. Is it the same course he taught you? Yes, it's the same course. So which kind of question he asked you? Which kind of question he asked? So all those little things are what contribute to it's not just reading that you carry book from morning to night. There are many
close to your classmates.
Yeah, close to your classmates. Don't be a lone wolf and you just did weirdly, right? Yes. I stood on the shoulders of the giant so I could see what I did.
You see that there are some things that it is not because you did not read that you failed.
Calculation dispensing we want you, but don't panic. Don't panic.
I'm having test. I know if you just there outside.
You
understand. So
you should also be able to read.
You go read.
Men of honor.
Enjoy it.
Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Shade Alex again. If you're new, you're welcome, and if you're returning subscriber, thank you for coming back as always. So today I'm going to be talking about all you need to know to excel in pharmacy school, and I'm with
James Noble.
Female Peter Innocence.
What's pharmacy? Please, James, can you briefly define what pharmacy is first?
Alright, so my name is James Noble. Pharmacy is a science and art of manufacturing, dispensing, making, distribution, and a whole lot of other activities that involve drugs and how they relate to animals, that is including humans and lower animals like veterinary pharmacy. So yes, pharmacy originated way back in the times of Egypt and Sumeria, back in those days, but pharmacy in Nigeria came around the 90s, right? 90s, 80s, and one of the first pharmacy shops was in Lagos, Yaba, Lagos. Yeah, if I think I'm correct about that. Yeah, Yaba, Lagos, and then it was not called pharmacy. I think they were chemists and druggists, and it later evolved to Bachelor of Science of Pharmacy. Then it now became BPharm, as well as common everywhere right now. And currently, in some schools, though in Nigeria, it is PharmD. That's Doctor of Pharmacy. So yes, that's just like a brief history and evolution of pharmacy.
Okay, thank you very much. So, Ofime, please, can you tell us about, is it BPharm or PharmD? Like the difference?
Alright, so first of all, BPharm simply Bachelor of Pharmacy, and PharmD is simply Doctor of Pharmacy. And just like James here said earlier, he was making mention of how that pharmacy has evolved over the years because of the evolving need of patients and individuals in the health sector. It was really what led to the evolution of the degree, as it were. So, but presently, right, there's really a slight difference between the Bachelor of Pharmacy program and the Doctor of Pharmacy program. We hear in some countries, I think like India, right, they have both Bachelor of Pharmacy degree and Doctor of Pharmacy degree. You want to apply for a scholarship or something, they will ask you, what do you want? Is it Bachelor or the Doctor? The reason that is because presently it looks as if the Bachelor of Pharmacy is more industry inclined, and while the Doctor of Pharmacy is more patient inclined, patient oriented, right? More clinical oriented. So the Doctor of Pharmacy is about 6 years, while the Bachelor of Pharmacy is 5 years. As the 6th year in PharmD program is that you are constantly doing more clinical oriented stuff. I think the entire is it. And your BPharm program, it's more, should I say diversified? Yes, there's a lot of diverse, like it's more diverse. If you ask me, I think I would pick the BPharm program over the PharmD. It does not mean the BPharm program is better than the PharmD program. It's just preference. I really am not somebody who wants to be boxed in one place, because I think those who will be doing PharmD are going to be doing a lot of clinical stuff, but your BPharm will allow you to explore. I think you have some things as regard that, right?
No, nothing really. Just know that it's a preference, right? It's just BPharm or PharmD. Does not necessarily mean this one is better than the other, right? So PharmD, like you said, was more of patient care and more of this thing. So if you want to jump up and leave the country, the outer society actually has migrated from BPharm to PharmD. So the US, Canada, and many other places in which students want to Java to they actually use more of PharmD. So it's a preference for people, not necessarily this one is better than the other, or because the world is evolving, so it's kind of like an upgrade. from BPharm to PharmD.
I'm going to be questioning them about their journey into pharmacy school. My own personally, my dad just asked me to go into pharmacy school to study pharmacy. That's my journey into pharmacy school. Well, I will start with James. What's your journey into pharmacy school?
Alright, my journey into pharmacy school. I think right from time, my environment has kind of been clinically oriented. When I mean clinic, I don't mean PharmD clinic. I mean like medicine. Everybody around was like, it's kind of like a medicine area. If you're doing medicine, everybody respects you, kind of. So my environment was one of the factors. Then another factor was secondary school. I kind of like chemistry. I don't say I was the best or I was carrying first. I just liked the course. So it was one of the things that also played a part in my decision of doing pharmacy. So I was like, oh, what course is clinically oriented that I can do? What course can I do that involves chemistry, right? Then what course can I do that is I can do? There's something. Let me know I carry something that in 2 years time I'll be saying, wait till I don't go put my hand like this. So those were kind of my reasons for picking pharmacy. So that's kind of like pharmacy right from I think SS1, SS2. So picking. I didn't want to do maths. They don't catch me now. I know the escape again. But I didn't want to do maths, so that was another reason again. So chemistry, I didn't want to do maths, my environment, and I kind of like chemistry. So those were my kind of factors that pushed me to studying pharmacy.
Alright, for myself, right, I think I would have been in engineering if I was not here, because like contrary to himself, I've always been a maths person. And I think one of the reasons why I even came to the medical line was because people say that medical inclined courses are difficult and hard. And myself, I've been that person that where's the hard stuff? Bring it. Yes, I love challenges. Challenge me. Right back in secondary school, when people were saying further maths was difficult and hard, I was like, that's the one I want to do. I want to know what is that that's difficult. So it has always been in my character as one of the more difficult things. But I wasn't coming for pharmacy initially though. I tried MBBS a couple of times and I did not want to keep wasting good jam scores. So out of counsel, I found myself in pharmacy. And to be sincere, I would say it's been beautiful. It's been beautiful for me. So yeah, thank you.
So the next question is going to be about like pharmacy school requirements. What do you need? What are the things you need to enter pharmacy school? The requirements, like the right results.
I think it's kind of standard for most medical courses. So good English, good mathematics, good good English, good mathematics, good chemistry, good biology. Then I think the remaining ones are just like civic education, the regular. They have a good jam score. Usually, for you to be safe, just have like 250 upward. Yeah, because there are catchment areas and different schools have their own requirements. Yeah, exactly. I think for you, if you don't have up to 200, you cannot go apply for any course at all.
I really think if you're someone who is still an undergraduate and sorry, not an undergraduate, sorry, someone who wants to get into pharmacy school, say you're just done with high school, secondary school here in Nigeria, most likely you are not in Nigeria listening to this right now, so I said high school. So if you are someone who's in high school or you're in secondary school and you want to get into pharmacy school, my candid advice is this: just make sure you understand the basics of your major sciences and your major requirements, which is English and maths. You know if you do medical course where you just have to speak English, do you get? So you need English, you need maths. Trust me, in pharmacy, you do a lot of calculation. Dispensing we whine you, but don't panic. Don't panic. So yes, I think that's basically it. Just make sure you take your basic sciences seriously. If you even ask me, I'll not even tell you 250. I'll tell you 270, so that you just be safe. Make sure you smash that jam.
You should also be able to read.
You go read.
Is it possible to have a social life together with pharmacy? Is it really possible?
Alright, James is a witness and this prayer is a witness. Like the social butterfly. I do not restrict myself to pharmacy school. I have things that I'm engaged in. I've done a bit of politics in my earlier levels in pharmacy school. I'm engaged spiritually in my fellowship. Beyond that, I also have a personal life. I engage in personal development actively. I have, there's a lot of things I do, and of a truth, I'll tell you can't have a social life because eventually, someone was saying something. Yes, someone was saying something with George Mark. He was saying that the things we get punished for in school, when you are having a lot of social life, doing a lot of social things and all that, they'll say it to affect your academics. But eventually, the things you get punished for in school are the things you get rewarded for by life. So, in my opinion, right, there is always a balance to it, and you cannot just be all into pharmacy. When you leave this pharmacy school, what next? Do you keep doing the pharmacy and then you cannot interact with your fellow human being?
Even with the patients.
There are patients you want to have to vibe with. You have to communicate with children. You have to talk with adults, people who are older than you. I really think if I can do it, I know I do Sabi book. I did try it small. I did try it normal. So, like I said, you can have a social life and the pharmacist.
Yeah, but the balance is you have to know when to balance what. So it's kind of like a 70-30 thing. So, particularly, I'm having test. I know if he's just there outside, you understand. So at that point in time, is my academics 70, or let's say 80-20, right? My academics 80. That one, except it's very, very, very necessary to be 20. If it's not necessary, it will just be 100%. Let's go. Especially during like exams or something. So yeah.
So knowing what to do at the right time.
Yeah.
Can I add something? I think the idea of balance is that you know what to prioritize at every point in time. There are times when you don't, this one will choke you. You will choke you. But the thing is, you need to get some activities around you that will help you let off steam and all. So eventually, there should be a balance. And the idea of balance is that you should know what to prioritize at every point.
Yeah, what is urgent, what is important, what is not urgent, what is important but is not urgent, just classify activities
pushing our stops.
The next question will be how to excel as a pharmacy student. These two people are good examples of excelling as a pharmacy student. So yeah, we have a good candidates right here. So you guys are going to tell me how is it possible to excel as a pharmacy student?
I think number one is just God.
Honestly.
Like,
tell us the secret.
I think number one is first is just God, because there are many times in which some things will happen and you realize this one is out of my hands, out of my control. Like if you life in general, let me narrow it down to pharmacy school. You see that there are some things that it is not because you did not read that you failed. It will just be one tiny something and you'll be like, I don't even read for this thing. See what thing can't fail me. Like it's one very small thing. Or it can be like some kind of punishment that or it will just be somebody the paper, or they say you this, that, why you, and for no reason, some things will just happen. So first of all, it's just God. Then number two, like we're talking about balance, right? Just know what to put at every point in time. You cannot just be, too social and know when it's time to be, and because pharmacy school has a lot of activities. There will be elections, the politics will be inside, there will be activities, fun and games, whatnot, extracurricular activities that you engage in. The spiritual life too is another thing that will be, a factor in it. So you just have to know when to do when and what to do per time, and also read your book very well. Like there are different lecturers, right? Different lecturers, different courses, and each lecturer has what they are looking for or what they want. A lecturer might take your book and it's not the stuff that you are writing per se that he's looking for. He's just looking for one line and he's giving you 16. You can write 17 lines and you just look and give
Zero.
I won't say 1. 0. So you just have to know your lecturers per se and know what to do at that time.
He said the first thing is God. I think you can tell because that's like my major go-to. It's my plan A and I don't have any plan B, right? It is in my idea almost majority of the time, all the time actually. That's one. But something that I really think everybody who is going to pharmacy school should know, or everybody who's in pharmacy school, maybe you're still in your early years, is that you should know yourself. I'm not saying that to make it big, so I'm going to be more specific. Know how you learn. Yes, like myself, I I will not say I have mastered the arts, but I think to a large extent I know how I learn. And aside knowing how I learn, I know to a large extent how my mind works. I think she can testify. I know that I function very well with logic. So when I'm reading, for example, and I see something that I can figure out with logic, I abandon it and skip to the next thing and just make things go fast. That's one. Then two, this one is going to sound very funny, but I think I learn things faster when I'm under pressure. I am a last minute man.
Same with me.
I'm a last minute.
Semester start today, start reading. I don't know how to do it. I'm only deceiving myself.
In fact, I think last semester was a very good example. I tried doing the whole early reading stuff, and everything I read before, I kind of failed the test. Like when the scores were coming out, the tests were very bad. But the ones when I did last minute reading for, when I kind of panicked before the test or something, test results to come out, and me I surprised myself. So I think the first thing is to know yourself. And for me, it's that, you see that last minute thing for me is that I understand that I assimilate a lot of things when I'm high on adrenaline, the pressure and all. It's the way they say people gamble. And they say they have a lot of
academic advice.
You know what works for you. Don't
say because that's what I do.
No, learn how to. Is it like you have to watch a video before you understand it? Is it like you need to listen or group discussion? Anything that works for you, learn it and make sure that you don't depart from it.
So yes, that's for me. It is. I know the way I learn. And one other thing, I think is like a hack I have. I am an audiovisual person, but more of an audio person. If it gets into the ear, it does not leave again. I know the listen for lecture shower, but like I think he has done it a lot of time. So most of the time when I want to, study, or maybe I try studying and then it's not, I don't know the material. I just run to my guy James and I'm like, Alpha, senior man, wait till this material, pass and give me, and then he's passing it to me. I'll go and write the test and I'll surprise myself. And senior man said to be surprised because it always goes our head the way the thing happens. And I think it's because I have mastered myself. And I think next, just like I said I go to him. It's that you cannot do pharmacy school on your own. You need people around you. Like you need people around you. And not just random people, you kind of people who get better head around yourself. So like I said there are times when I've not read the material because I've gone to do one thing, or because of carelessness, or I don't go watch anime for one entire season. I have to run to my guy and be like, I'll see you on my alpha. Tell me this and show me this stuff. And 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
I would say don't be too shy or don't be too proud to learn.
Yeah.
You meet her there. If you know somebody that is better in a particular course than you, you're ready to approach that person. Don't be shy and say, oh, I don't want them to look at me like, oh, I don't know this thing. Be ready to meet them. Okay, some students are explaining better than some lecturers, so be ready.
300. I was not in a good headspace. Usually would be my toughest level.
What about you?
300 level 2 man. 300 level was my toughest too. I think that's the worst result I ever had in this pharmacy school. Like bro, from the very start of first semester 300 level, first day back to back, we were just collecting and I could not find my place then. Sapa won't join again, bro. Nah, it was too bad. I ate some things I never thought I would eat in that first semester 300 level. But yes, God is helping us now. I think there's been a bit of shit and adjustment. So yes, you understand now. Let's go Kana.
What's your favorite course or courses? Is that if that's the one? Is that
Courses. 1G, pharmacology. Yeah.
No. Pharmacology too, man. Pharmacology, but I think something else I take a bit of interest in is pharmacology. Weirdly, right? Yes, I take a bit of interest in pharmacology. No, I'll give my reasons. In my family I come from, I think my mom knows a lot of herbs, and I always wonder because I've seen her, suggest it to people. I've seen her use it a couple of times, and it actually works. This whole they'll say somebody knows the herbs to combine to make agbo and all. So myself, I've been this curious man. I don't know if I should be seeing this online, but I've seen tobacco, and I think one of the things that interested me a lot was that when we did pharmacology, did the whole tobacco, the content, nicotiana, tobacco, and all that. I got very interested in knowing what the contents were and all that. So I, of a truth, even though we see pharmacology is sure shaping, right? It's a course that I really love, and when I get the opportunity, I really want to read the research.
I won't be surprised if I see that as a researcher. would you still choose pharmacy again? Like if you were to go back to SS3?
I think I'll choose pharmacy again, yes.
You would choose pharmacy?
Yeah, I'll choose pharmacy.
What about you?
I won't choose pharmacy again. I won't choose pharmacy again. If you ask me if the president I think if I was better oriented, I would go for it. Because I think then the pressure of the hype around medical courses, there's this idea of respect and all. So I think that's basically why I came. That's one of the things that really sponsored our vibe now. You see, I am a doctor, I'm a pharmacist. You know, that vibe that comes. Even present is a very a pharmacy student. You tell one random now say the pharmacist Shenkes, then I the pharmacy student. Here is this, I'm going to get married to the pharmacist vibe. So I think it's one of the myself, I wouldn't go for pharmacy. I would go for two things. One is in the arts sector, and the other is cybersecurity. I think I will go for linguistics and not public relations, linguistics and diplomacy, something related to that. Because I think it's something I'm a language enthusiast. I love language.
Yeah, actually, fun fact, you can speak like several languages. So what are the languages again? You can speak English, Yoruba.
I speak Spanish. Yes, I speak Spanish.
Yeah.
Yo entiendo español un poco. Yo no entiendo muy mucho así ama, pero yo aprendí ahora. So I think I'm French. I learned French when we were 100 level. You just learn French. Je ne comprends pas. Je comprends petit à petit. Je ne comprends beaucoup. So that's when I learned French. I learned it basically because I wanted to pass my French. I did pass French, right? Yoruba, I'm still learning Yoruba. I'm learning Hausa. I speak Hebrew. I learned it from home. I am Igbo by the way, but I still try to learn the Igbo. Funny enough. And yes, I know a bit of German. It's been a important. Yes.
Wow. English.
It's okay.
If I was outside, I would have gone into more of entertainment, motion graphics.
Yeah, cinematography. Do the hands knack for it.
Career path advice.
Can take, especially like you remember when they were talking about BPharm and how it has diversifications and different aspects to it. So I think there's hospital pharmacy, there's industrial pharmacy, there's research, there's academic, there's even community,
Yes.
there's pharmacy journalism. What else?
Academic pharmacy. I think you mentioned that already.
Veterinary.
Veterinary pharmacy, yes. So you can just, I won't say pick one before you come in. I don't say, yeah. So for me, come in and see what is available. Like you cannot just stay from far. That's a lot of mistake that people make when they even choose pharmacy.
Yeah.
They see from far and there's these general notions. But you enter inside before you know everything actually the inside. So yeah, you can just pick something that you are oriented towards. You can handle, or maybe your course, that your favorite course. You can also use that as kind of like a guide into choosing a particular aspect of pharmacy too.
Like for myself, I almost likely be venturing into sales representation because I speak easily. It's my fault, it's my strong point as an individual. So you want to first of all know yourself, know your strengths. When you know your strengths, you now know what you want to venture into. If you're somebody who is good at writing, you want to go into things like pharmacy journalism. You're someone who has a knack for animals or pets. If you decide to go into veterinary pharmacy, you are someone who loves the military. You go into military pharmacy. So you just want to first of all understand yourself, know what works for you, know what your strengths are, and not just randomly jump. I think beyond knowing the courses that are good, knowing the courses you love, you also want to make it sync between the courses you love and your personality as well. So that's my
Social pharmacy is a very good one.
Lucrative.
Looking into.
Yes, me. You want to go into industrial?
Not very direct now.
Me, I want to go into industrial. I want to go in as not as a pharmacist.
As an owner. Yeah.
But I don't know where the money will come from.
Keep your options.
Yes, no more.
There's passion and then there's money.
In case you forget, in case you've not done that, please do also click the subscribe button. Yes.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Notification bell, and make sure you drop a comment.
Yeah.
Yeah, no more.
If you're also a pharmacist or you are an aspiring pharmacist, make sure you indicate. If you have any questions, ask us advice to those struggling in pharmacy school.
Depends on the type of struggle. What kind of struggle are you having? in pharmacy? Is it you're struggling to keep up, or you're struggling to get good grades, or you're struggling with, like food, or what exactly are you struggling with? For me, if you say you're struggling academically, I think there's nothing that you cannot do. There's nothing you cannot do. I can do all things you guys strength in me. Yeah. So it's very easy to start something. Don't make it the habit of starting something and not finishing with it. Like, we might even say like maybe they forced you into it, or you do not even like the course at all, but you have put your hands into it. You have started something. Why not finish it? Then you can go back and say, okay, this is what I actually really want to do, and do it. That's for me. Finish what you started, because what are the chances of you going to the other side that you think from the outside it looks very sweet to you, right? It's what you want. You go there and realize, it's not even all I really wanted. So, try and finish what you started. That's my major advice. And, pray to God.
I think that was going to be my first point of call as regards for those struggling in pharmacy school. It's God. It's God. Just
they pray to God. They and God.
And they still have issues. Like I mentioned earlier on, right? I really feel that to a large extent, beyond your beliefs, right? There are laws that go on in way things function on earth. So you want to ensure, right, that you are abiding by the laws. You cannot just keep praying and then you do not read and expect it to pass. Then you might be repeating. Maybe you might have an issue, you feel the course, and then you think that, despite the good prayers I've made and all that, and things are not going well. It might be God allowing it to happen because maybe perhaps you're going to be in a position where you might have to start telling people who are repeated, like you might have to start advising people who are repeated. You'll be advising them from the standpoint of, experience. Do you understand? The experiences that God will allow you to have so that you can
relate to who they can.
Yes, do you understand? So I know that this guy is repeating, and I'm repeating now. I can go and this guy and tell him that I'm a senior man, CBT and waiting don't happen to you. Or for example, you were a first class student and you dropped from first class to second class and you want to go and meet somebody for advice. It will most likely be somebody who has that similar experience. It's easier for them to give us. So I think God will allow things happen. On one end, in case it's as if you have prayed and everything is not working out. That's one thing. God will allow things happen so that you are being built and become strong enough to face certain things. Know what works for you. Not because I am doing night reading, you are doing night reading. If you ask me now, recently I have not been reading in the night again. I mean, my penultimate year, but I've stopped night reading. I've been reading in the night for the past how many years. But recently I discovered that, it be like I just become sleep for this class. So I have kind of stopped and I've been doing a more of day data reading. It's not as if I don't read in the night though. If you choke me again, I will use pressure, adrenaline, superpower, take it on in the night, but I still know now that it's more of a daytime thing for me. So you have to know yourself, know what works for you. Like that thing that they said, know yourself is very essential. Know yourself, and there's updates.
There's systems.
There's a way things work. There's a way lecturer wants to receive his answer. I think
close to your classmate.
Yeah, close to your classmate. Don't be a lone wolf and you just dey.
You're online, you don't get your post like maybe past you or they are solving past you.
It's about people who have done everything and it is still not working out. I've said it that in the grand scheme of things, right? If you check, things do not just happen because they want to happen. There's definitely something wrong. And if you put everything two and two together, you will see what is wrong, like eventually. So you sit down and see what is wrong. And I think the final thing I will say is that get a mentor. The mentor I'm referring to is somebody in the higher class. Can be 500 level if you're in 400 level, can be 400 level if you're in 200 level. Just get somebody who's ahead of you because Galileo said something. He said, I stood on his shoulders of the giant so I could see what. There's something that they will know. Excuse me, there's something that a lecturer wants that will do.
Okay, this lecturer taught you, is it the same course he taught you? Yes, the same course. So which kind of question he asked? Which kind of question did they ask? So all those little things are what contribute to it's not just reading that you carry book from morning to night. There are many times that the night before test, maybe due to maybe some activities, maybe church, election, what, and there's a day to test. How do you want to
read everything?
You just be okay. How far? Waiting the inside this thing. Waiting the man talk say he will ask for class. Because if you listen to some lecturers, they'll be saying some things that this man might ask this thing. The way he's saying it, it looks like something he will ask, or this is what he asked the last set. So just listen out. Be close to your classmates. And open your WhatsApp group and view the messages because Things they pass.
Things they drop, bro.
Things they pass.
Things they pass,
You
man.
can read the whole handout, and if you don't stop pass you that they just drop last minute.
Shit, man.
It be like, and some people might not even read their handouts. They will stop pass you, and luckily, pass you will come out. And you read the handout because you not stop pass you. You'll be having average or below the average.
I'd be so surprised like that.
Just cover all around.
I think I've been a victim of this several times. Because I was this guy that I mean like pass we can read this week and and then they catch me. So PQ or don't play PQ. If you have the time read the material, if you do not, and you just have the time, you see your time, you just jack PQ.
Don't depend
on PQ alone, but like jack the PQ plus inshallah go inside read jack PQ, inshallah enter the whole and just cross it.
Okay, that's the end of our videos. Men of honor.
Enjoy
Enjoy and so that's it. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel.